So we hope you'll enjoy the game tonight from Thayer, Missouri. So the officials out at center of the field here on the big T right there at 50-yard line. So we'll be Thayer with the ball, and they'll have their quarterback, and that is Landry Pitts. He is in for their outstanding quarterback, Jace Haven. Haven just is a senior, but just probably one of the best athletes that I've seen around in a long time. But he will not be playing, and he will not be playing next week either. In a couple of weeks, he will be back on the field for the Thayer Bobcats, and he will be a tremendous improvement for this team, which is already a pretty good team. So anyway, it will be Landry Pitts at quarterback, and we do expect to see at running back Jackson Willison and also Jordan Madden. So they should be the three backs. They will have a couple of wide receivers and Jesse White and also Lane Grimes. And we'll just see what they will want to do after the initial kickoff. So Haven will kick it off for the Salem Tigers. And back deep is Chris Cray, and the ball goes out of bounds at about the 18-yard line. Ball never got near Cray, and it never really got near the deep man on that far side. Looks like Jordan Madden. So Pitts will go back at quarterback. We will apologize early for some of the video you might see because we are compacted into one box in a very narrow window. So we're doing the best we can. The Bobcats will have the ball first. Taking a long time to spot this ball. The 35 went out of bounds. It should not be a big deal. So Pitts will lead his team up. Double backfield, a handoff to the first man through. That'll be number 2, and that's Jackson Willison. Willison with a gain of about 4. Atchison with that tackle. Second down, 6. Pitts will flip it back out, try to turn that corner and getting some good yardage and yanked down by his jersey, wearing number 25, Jordan Madden. And that will be enough for a first down. A gain of 7. A flag goes down. Tiger player dragged him down by his uniform. They're saying a horse collar? Oh. Well, the Tiger's going to get penalized for a horse collar, though that was not the tackle. The tackle was in the middle of his back when they grabbed the jersey and threw him down. But that'll be a 15-yard penalty. It's a personal foul. It's a horse collar. And here we go again. We had these same kind of calls last week, and they're getting just a little bit too touchy on some of these calls. That just was not a horse collar. Horse collar is when you grab him by the back and pull him down. This one was just the back of the jersey on his back, not near his neck. But the officials have made their call. Pitts will turn. Give it off to Willison. Willison in the right corner, breaks one tackle, and then is taken down by a number of Tigers. Go over the first to get to him, but not till he gains about 4 more yards. He'll be down at the 36-yard line. Bobcats like to work the ball on the ground. Pitts under center. Long count. Pulling it back outside. Trying to turn that corner is Jordan again. And he breaks one tackle and gets across the 30 to about the 27-yard line. That'll be enough for another first down for the Thayer Bobcats. And that Jordan Madden with an 8-yard gain. Bobcats are being methodical right now with basically the same plays. Not really changing much up. Just underway first quarter. Bobcats on their initial drive. Ball at the 26. Handing that ball off up the middle and getting virtually nothing was Willison. Tigers were all over that one. And Willison trying to go up the gut. Nothing there. No gain. As Jackson Willison was stopped in his tracks. Looked like for the Salem Tigers, getting his paws on him was Brandon White. Second and 10. Pitts keeps it himself on the option. Now flips it back outside to Willison, and he's taken back again for very little, if any, gain. Connell is out there along with Dover. Pitts is going to keep it on his hip and try and go outside, but no room there. And so Willison with a gain of 1 yard. Third down and a bunch. Grimes and will be breaking out wide to the right side. They're going to go in a double tight end formation here. Give it to the second man through, and trying to find a little extra yards was Willison. And a gain of about maybe 3. Well, they're in 4-down territory. They're inside the 25 to about the 23. Fourth down and 6. Pitts looking to the side to see what Coach Weber wants him to do here on a fourth down play. See, the Tiger defense can hold them. 8:25 and counting. And a timeout called by the Thayer Bobcats. We mentioned 8:29 remaining in the first quarter, and that's what it is. No score. We're going to come back in 30 seconds. This is Tiger football. You are watching it on Tiger Media and listening to it on KSMO Radio. Fourth down, about 6 yards to go. Ball at the Salem Tiger 23-yard line. They need to get down to the 17. So Pitts of a double wing formation to the left. As Pitts will be in the gun for the first time. He wants to throw, rolls to his left. Looking, wants to fire it deep, does, and the ball is out of bounds. It's incomplete, no flags down, and the Tiger defense did a great job trying to hit the man in the corner. The pass was intended for number 4, Kyron Manson, and it was incomplete. So the first pass incomplete. And the Salem Tigers will take over 1st and 10. So Garrett Connell at quarterback will lead the white-shirted Tigers up. Connell will give it to Camden. Camden trying to eke his way through, may have gotten a yard. No room up the middle there. Totally blocked off by the Thayer Bobcats at the very bottom of that pile. Number 14 of Thayer, and that was Landon Madden. So 1 yard for Camden. It will bring up second down, and still 9 yards to go. Kaufman comes wide to the left side. In the eye. Again, they give it to Camden, trying to get to the outside, and he is yanked down from behind. Again, Madden in there and pulls him down for a loss of maybe a yard and a half, maybe 2. So bring up third and still now 11 yards to go. Camden about 150 yards rushing last week. He had a very good game for the Salem Tigers. But Thayer is different than Houston. And most of those yards, by the way, came in the second half. So 3rd and 11, Tigers trying to get some offense going here. Back to throw is Connell. Connell looking out for Kaufman. The throw is incomplete. A little pushing, but no flags down. And so the pass goes incomplete. And Salem will have to punt the ball back to Houston. Ball was a little bit high and out of Kaufman's reach. And so the Tigers will punt. Connell will go back to punt. Jordan Madden goes deep. Snap is back. Connell gets a lot of pressure, and it kind of goes out the side of his foot, and the flag goes down for hitting the kicker. So Thayer did kind of rough the kicker. We'll see if that'll be enough for a first down. It is going to be a personal foul roughing the kicker, and Salem should keep the ball. Should be a 15-yard penalty, but I don't know anymore. After last week, they were doing some of the weirdest stuff I've ever seen. But the flag went down immediately after Connell got run into by Willison. And the Tiger offense, it should stay on the field with a first down at right around the 38-yard line if that is what the call was. So let's see what they're going to call here. Personal foul, roughing the kicker against Thayer. They'll move the ball to the 38-yard line. 38, keep going. There you go, 38-yard line. First down for Salem. Thank you, Thayer, for the penalty. Connell goes under center. They stay in the I formation. Salem with their first down of the game. Give it to Camden. Camden trying to worm his way through, but there's not much there. He got a yard. I don't think Salem's going to get through the middle of that line. Thayer's just clogging it up. They got some big guys in there, and there's, I'm going to say 8 guys within 3 yards of the line of scrimmage when Salem snaps the ball. So Camden gets 1. He's back to even again at 0 yards of the game. Second down 9. Tigers put Campbell wide to the left side. Going back to throw is Connell. Connell fires it out. It's too short. 1 hops. Campbell out there at about the 50-yard line. And it'll bring up 3rd and still 9. I don't know if that ball was deflected or maybe came out of Connell's hand weird, but didn't have enough oomph to get there. And usually Garrett has enough oomph to get it anywhere. He can really throw the ball hard. So bring up 3rd and 9. I see blitz from Thayer. Kaufman comes down wide to the right side. Salem stays with that I formation. Flipping it back outside to Camden. He's trying to turn the corner, and he breaks 1 tackle and gets across the 40, but the flags are down all over the place. Out around the 43. Flags keep flying in, too, even after the play, so we'll see what the flag is being called. Holding against Salem. I guess that's the only call. And that would be from the 43, so it'll be a gain of about 3 yards, and then Tigers will be penalized for 10. 10. Here you go. Sometimes the officials get walking. I think they lose track. The Tigers' second penalty. Gives them another crack at it, though. 3rd and 15. I thought they might decline that and bring up 4th down and still 7. Instead, Salem lines up with 1 receiver. Connell back, looking, getting some protection. Fires it deep down the field. Nobody's down there. Kaufman was the intended receiver, I'd have to assume, but Connell was getting a lot of pressure, and he just unloaded it. Closest man to the ball, actually, was for the Thayer Bobcats, and they were playing guy very, very deep, and that was Chris Cray. So brings up 4th down, and again, about 14 yards to go. Kind of low for 3 passing right now. And the snap is high. Kyle gets it, and Paul is blocked. The ball is blocked, and it's going to be picked up at around the 5-yard line. Ball still loose, and it's in the end zone. And who's going to have it? I believe the Salem Tigers will fall on it, and that would be a safety after the punt block. I don't see any flags anywhere, so still haven't seen them indicate a safety. They call it a touchback. They're going to say Salem has the ball at the 20. That's okay. That's not right. On 4th down, you get the punt blocked. He does not go back to the team that kicked the ball. But they're giving it back to the Salem Tigers, recovering it in the end zone. Unless they called it a fumble recovery, I guess that's what they're going to have to call it. Coach Weber shaking his head. I can't blame him. I don't get that one either. I don't even know how to write that down. They had to call it a fumble. It looked like the Thayer Bobcat had the ball at about the 5. I assume they called it a fumble and Salem recovered in the end zone. That's all I can think. So Salem has the ball again with 5:21 to go in the first quarter. That's a crazy play. Atchison with a carry up the middle, and he'll dive across to the 22. A gain of 2 for Devin on his first carry. Well, I have seen some weird stuff, but that's one of the weirdest. So punt is blocked, unless they did call it a fumble. That should have been a safety, but it was not. And I can't even tell you who recovered the ball in the end zone. Now a little stagger play to Camden. He's taken down back of the 20, a loss of 2. Looked like Cade wanted to go one direction, then changed his mind, and then got brought down for a loss of 2, and it'll bring up 3rd and 10. So right now the Tigers' offense is just kind of spinning their wheels. They're not able to get going, not able to get anything going. But we mentioned earlier, this Thayer Bobcat team is good defensively. Again, 2 straight shutouts. And with 4:10 and counting here in the first quarter, they're stopping Salem in their tracks. Eli Newman wide to the right side. Salem keeping the receivers in. And a timeout called by the Salem Tigers. With 3:58 to go in the first quarter, no score. We're going to come back in 30 seconds. This is Tiger Football. You're listening to it on KSMO Radio, watching it on KSMO Media. Stevens with you here as the Tigers are faced with a 3rd down and 10. Do want to tell you that Town & Country Insurance Associates can handle all your commercial, personal, life, and health insurance. For a quote, contact Mike or the entire gang at 729-6624 at Town & Country Insurance inside Town & Country Bank. And over to the City of Salem Mines, everybody, take advantage of your city parks. Head on out there, and if you'd like to get a pavilion or find out other things about your Salem Park and Recreation Department, call Melissa at 729-6290, 729-6290. 3rd and 10. Tigers on the near hash mark. They stay in the I formation. Connell fumbled the ball a little bit, now gets it back, fires it out. It's caught by Atchison. He has the first down to the 38-yard line. Nice play, just a little rollout from your fullback. And a gain out there I think is there, no flag. And that will be all the way out to the 36 is where they're going to put them. A 16-yard gain and a first down for the Salem Tigers. The first completion by Connell to Atchison. And the first down for the Tigers earned. Flipping it back outside to Camden, trying to turn that corner, and he'll gain a couple of yards. Well, maybe just a yard. He's able to dive forward and trying to elude the tacklers. And they're basically going to put him about a foot past the original marker. So we're going to give him a gain of 1. Camden at 6 carries now for 2 yards. Second down, we'll call it a long 9. Connell gives it off to Camden the other way, breaks the tackle, still on his feet, and gets across the 45 to about the 46, very close to that first down. Broke the tackle inside the 36-yard line and got away and then picked up 10 more. So first down for the Salem Tigers out to the 47-yard line. That's a gain of 11 for Camden. Tigers put Kaufman wide to the right side. They've been staying with just a single receiver here so he can help out in the backfield. Atchison with a handoff, and Atchison lost the football, and it'll belong to the Thayer Bobcats. And now Atchison, I don't know if ever had the ball, came out, and Thayer recovered it at the Salem Tiger 46-yard line. Well, it looked like the handoff to Atchison just kind of bounced right out of his hands. And a fumble by Salem. And they will take over 1st and 10 as Pitts comes out at quarterback. Littleson on the left side. And back to throw is Pitts, and he is thrown down by Brandon White. And that'll be a loss of 1. Looked like something was just wrong with that play, and Pitts just tried to run it himself, but Landry didn't have much room. As I mentioned, for the Salem Tigers, big play in there by Brandon White. 2nd and 11. Pitts rolls out, looking, fires it over the middle, caught, and to the 20, down to the 15, and down to the 7-yard line. All the way from the 42 down to, they're going to mark him at the 8, a 34-yard pass to number 4, Kyron Manchin. And it'll be 1st and goal for Thayer. Their 3rd first down of the game as Pitts put that ball right on the numbers. The Tiger defense did not get the tight end coming out. Handing that ball off and trying to get a little bit of movement, or faking the handoff himself. And then giving it off to number 25. As Madden gets maybe 3. So it'll be 2nd down and goal, close to the 5. In a power eye. Pitts will get it off to Willison. Willison cutting back against the grain. He's in for the touchdown. Willison started right, went back left. He scores from 5 yards away. And the Thayer Bobcats are on the board, and it's 6-0. Willison 5-yard run And Thayer breaks the ice. Thayer will go for the extra point here. And Kaya Willison will try and tap it through, and the kick is up, and the kick is good. So Willison, the brother of Jackson Willison, puts it through for the extra point. And it's a 7-0 Thayer Bobcat lead with 49 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Well, that was just a dandy crossing pattern over the middle by the tight end. And a great pass by Pitts to hit him, and 34 yards later, the Thayer Bobcats took advantage of the fumble, and they scored to make it a 7-0 lead. Take advantage of turnovers that they always tell you to do. Hey, Larson Collision Center in Salem has been serving the area for over 30 years. They do free estimates, and all the work is guaranteed. For more information, contact Larson Collision Center, 729-3915, 729-3915. As known to early start your tax planning and tax consultation. Get in touch with Tax Masters. Let them help you get prepared for the upcoming tax year. With over 40 years experience, call Tax Masters, 729-3001, or stop by 510 North Main Street. So Willison with 16 yards in this first quarter so far, with 49 seconds to go. Tigers will await the kick. We've seen Thayer onside kick before as well. Camden deep on the left side, Kaufman deep on the right side, and Garrett Connell deep down the middle. Kaya Willison will kick it, and he squibs it. And the Tigers jump on it at the 33-yard line. Coming out with that ball, Luke Campbell for Salem. And that's where they'll start out, 1st and 10 at the 32. Well, the Tigers got a little bit of offense going on the run by Camden and the pass. Now they just need to find that formula again, try and get something going. It's only the first quarter.
I'm good.
Nothing like being close. Well, the Tigers in the I formation. Connell flips it back to Camden, trying to turn that corner back to the middle. Camden breaks through to the 50. He's to the 40, 30, to the 20. Nobody's going to catch him. Now, touchdown, Camden. 68-yard touchdown run by Caden Camden, just 16 seconds after Thayer scored. A 68-yard run. And Camden puts Salem on the board. Well, that didn't take long. Tigers will set up for the point after. Bradley Gover in for that point after. Caden Kaufman the hold. Snap is back. Gover's kick. It is blocked. The kick is blocked, so the kick is no good. And right now the Thayer Bobcats lead this one by a score of 7-6. Well, we saw this last week, same thing, where Houston got out on top in the first half. And here we are in the first quarter, still with 33.9 seconds left. We'll talk about an explosive run. A pitch back to Camden off the left side, and he came back to the middle, and he got right between the Thayer defenders, took it 68 yards, and the Tigers are within a point here in this first quarter. Big play by Camden, and I'll tell you, the Tigers needed something like that to spark something on the offensive side. With that 68-yard run, Camden now has 81 yards here in the first quarter. Well, I appreciate everybody joining us on KSMO as well as on Twitch TV. We do thank you for being part of our Friday night. Southwest Baptist University campus in Salem wants to be a part of your everyday life. They want to help you get to the next level. Contact admission counselor Chris Welch to schedule an appointment to become a student. 729-7071. 729-707071. So here we'll kick it off. The deep man is Craig. And the kick goes towards Cray. He's got the ball at the 17-yard line. Up the middle, breaks the tackle, still on his feet, trips over his own guy and goes down to 32-yard line. He tripped over his own man as he tried to cut sideways or laterally, and he went down, but a good field position. With 28.5 seconds left, Thayer in possession of the ball. (7-6) our score here, first quarter at Thayer. Bobcats at the 32. They're in a high position. Handoff, trying to get up the middle is Madden, and he gets a couple yards. I'm sorry, that's Willison, excuse me. That's Willison. And a gain of 2, and that's probably going to be the last play of the first quarter. Seven seconds left. They are in no hurry to take this play, and we have played one quarter here at Thayer, Missouri. 7-6, the Bobcats will come back in a minute with the second quarter. You are listening to Tiger Football on KSMO, watching it on KSMO Media. Family Chiropractic at 401 West Scenic Ridge Boulevard can handle all of your chiropractic needs. See Dr. Amber and ask her about Juice Plus. Duncan Family Chiropractic, 729-2321, a proud supporter of your Salem Tigers. They are Bobcats with the ball to start the second quarter. The ball at the 34-yard line, just inside, well actually almost put at the 35. Give it to Willison. Willison hits his own man, tries to reverse field, and he'll go down for a loss of 3, maybe 4. Almost 4 yards as he ran into his own man, and the Tigers were able to get that backfield. Grover got back there. Third down at about 11. Tigers need to watch out for the pass here. Faking it is Pitts, looking downfield, flips it out and completes the pass. And trying to get the first down. Number 25, Madden, didn't quite get there. He gained about 7, maybe 8, and it'll bring up fourth down. It's still about 4 yards to go. So the pass to Madden, gain of 8. And they called a penalty against Salem. I didn't even see the flag. Personal foul, face masking. You gotta be kidding me. And a 15-yard penalty. Well, I didn't see that. But they're on the field and I'm not. So that gives the Bobcats an automatic first down, and the Tiger defense really started to put the pressure on, and now they give them a free first down across the 50 to the Salem Tiger 47-yard line. Madden trying to turn that corner, cuts up the field and goes down. A little late hit by Salem. No penalty on that as Madden goes down for a gain of 4. We'll bring up 2nd and 6. just underway here in the second quarter. Big penalty on the Tigers. They got 40 yards of penalties now and 3 penalties. 2 personal fouls again. Handoff up the middle. Big hole for Willison. Turns to the outside. He's got the first down inside the 35-yard line. That'll be a gain of about 12, almost 13 on inside handoff. Connell with the tackle, but 13 yards for Willison, and another first down for Thayer. That's their 5th of this first half. Clock keeps moving, down to 10 minutes remaining in the half. 7-6, Thayer Bobcats. Flipping it back to Willison. Big hole up the middle. Willison still on his feet to the 26-yard line. He'll be just shy of the first down. Connell brought him down there as well, as I believe Bradley Gover, a gain of 9 for Willison. On the pitch back. Ten carries now for Jackson Willison, 40 yards and a touchdown. Still here in this first half. Back to throw pitch, fires it out, incomplete. I believe that was intended for number 24 on the outside, Lane Grimes. Kind of got out of our vision there for a second. I believe that was who it was intended for. Right along the sideline. Brings up third down and still about 1.5 yards. Madden the up man. They flip it back to Willison. Willison gets by one man and gets a first down to the 21. A gain of almost 5. Brandon White on that tackle for Salem. Another first down for the Thayer Bobcats. That's their 6th of this first quarter, or first half, excuse me. Handoff up to Willison again, up the middle, big hole for Willison, and he gets down to about the 10-yard line. I believe that'll be another first down for Thayer and a gain of 11. I think he just got inside the 10, so I'll give him a gain of 12 yards. And Willison suddenly up to 57 yards in this first half, and yet another Thayer first down. It's all coming off a penalty. Hand off again to Wilson. He is hit hard and taken back for no gain. I think he might have lost a yard. He got hit hard right at the line of scrimmage. No gain. So another carry by Willison. He's doing the yeoman's share of the work here, where he and Madden were splitting it up pretty even to start with. Pitts goes under center. Up man, Madden. Deep man, Willison. Fakes it to Willison. Rolls to his left. Has a man open. Fires it out there, and it is incomplete. Incomplete as he tried to get it into the end zone. Again, that pass intended for Grimes. Pitt's 5 passes attempted, 2 completed for 42 yards. Third down and goal from about the 9. Clock stops on the incomplete pass. 7:54 to go in the half. 7-6 there. Pitts wants to throw, has all kinds of time, fires the ball across. It's incomplete, thrown behind the intended receiver. Getting out there was number 9, and that is Jesse White, but the ball was thrown behind him. And it's incomplete, and it brings up a 4th down and goal from the 9. Oh, I believe they'll probably go for it here. Coach Weber does not believe in field goals. Not very often. I've seen him only do it a couple of times. He's been here a long time coaching Thayer Bobcat football. So, 4th down. Handoff to Willison. Or trying to make the handoff to Willison was Pitts, and he slipped and fell down. Slipped and fell down the 15-yard line. A loss of 5, and the Tigers will hold. Looked like he got his feet caught up. But I thought he actually did get the ball off, but then I realized he did not. As there was just a cluster of arms and things going on at one time. So Pitts loses 5. As it looked like he wanted to bootleg it to the right. And the Tiger offense is back on the field. They're deep in their own zone again, down around the 14-yard line. 7-6 there. Connell trying to find a little bit of running room, gets a yard. He was stopped in his tracks. They're going to call it no gain. No gain for Connell. They're going to call a penalty on Salem for motion, illegal motion, if Thayer wants to take it. And it looks like they do. So they'll move the ball back 5 more yards. Salem with way too many penalties last week, and they're doing it again. That's now 45 yards in penalties against a team you cannot take penalties against. So now you're faced with a 1st and 15. Camden, a single setback. And a handoff to Atchison. He goes nowhere. Maybe a yard. Maybe a yard for Devon. Cats are just peeling their ears back and coming. Tigers need to do some kind of screen here, get outside. It's right up the middle. That Coach Weber has his team just clogging that up totally. Connell rolling to his right. Looked like he had an option play with Camden back there, but he didn't have much room either, and he gets a yard. So Connell tried to keep it himself, but he did have Camden as a pitch man. Didn't use him. Might have been a better idea, because Garrett did not have much room to run at all. It's 3rd down and still about 12 with 6.5 to go in the first half. 7-6 Thayer over Salem. Those two touchdowns scored within 16 seconds of each other. Connell back to throw, fires across the middle, and is it intercepted? No. Not caught by Camden either, but the inside man had the better angle on it for Thayer. It looked like number 20 for the Thayer Bobcats had a good crack at that one, and that is Peyton Mills. They'll bring up 4th down and a bunch from deep in their own zone. This will give Thayer excellent field position. Cray drops back. Snap is high, and it's a low line drive. It's going to get out to near the 30-yard line and die. It does stop at the 29. Connell got that one off as quickly as he could, but Thayer will have excellent field position as the ball only goes about 14 yards on the punt, and they'll have the ball at the 29-yard line of Salem, 1st and 10. 6:02 to go in the half, 7-6 our score. And don't forget to call Cal Malone, American Family Insurance. You can see him at 1104A South Main, or hit him with a phone, 729-5165, and he'll help you with all your insurance needs. Calvin Malone and American Family Insurance. And right now the teams are taking a water break here at Thayer Stadium. Glad to be along with you on KSMO Radio as well as on KSMO Media. Hope you're enjoying the game. 7-6 Thayer Bobcats. We're going to take a 30-second break and come back. This is Tiger Football, and you're listening to it and watching it on KSMO Media. And don't forget, after this game, on the radio side, we will have the second game of the Cardinal doubleheader against Pittsburgh. That'll be right here on KSMO Radio after this game. Remember, Hubs Tire Center, 801 South Main Street, can handle all of your new tire needs. Michelin, BF Goodrich, Goodyear, and Cooper. Call them at 729-5800. Hubs Tire since 1986. So, Landon Pitts will come back out at quarterback. They'll go on a power I. Giving it to Willison again. Willison trying to go outside is tackled after a gain of about 3 down to the 26, 27-yard line. Depends on where they spot the knee, a gain of 2. Tigers got to him around his ankles and stopped him from going anywhere. Landry Pitts. Flipping it back to Willison, trying to cut back against the grain. Breaks one tackle, breaks another, and comes through the middle. Camden finally took him down after a gain of 3. He'll be at the 23-yard line. It'll bring up third down, still about 4. Earl Jarvis in on that tackle as well. So we're going to give him about 4. .450 and counting. Flipping it back to Madden. Madden trying to turn to the outside. Cuts back against the grain. He might have the first down. He's very close, but a flag is down. There's a flag down in the middle of the field, usually in the area of holding. Chop block against the Salem Tigers. Really? Chop blocks are usually used by offensive linemen. Chop block against the Salem Tigers. Wow. It's an automatic first down. And they'll mark the ball from the spot of the foul. It's only halfway to the goal line anyway. They'll take the ball down to the 9.5. It'll be first and goal. Unbelievable, some of these calls. It's only against the Salem Tigers so far here in this game. One call against Thayer, 5 against Salem. Cutting up the middle and trying to get in. Look like Madden. Nope, it's Willison. Willison down to the 4-yard line. It's almost out of our viewing area. A gain of 5 for Willison. Second down goal. Penalties are really hurting Salem here tonight. They're down by 1 point. They just can't get anything going. Trying to flip it outside and going in for the touchdown. It's Grimes. I'm sorry. It is Madden with the touchdown from 4 yards out. So Madden scores on a 4-yard run. With still 4:05 to go in this first half. 13-6 there. Willison in for the point after. Snap is back and the kick is up. Looks good. Nope, just missed off to the left. kick missed to the left. And so the point after misses. That's a big play. And so 13-7 it remains with 4:05 to go in the half. So Thayer Bobcats benefited by not only a short punt to the 29-yard line, but then also a chop block penalty. I don't know where these guys went to referee school, but they need a little help. So, but anyway, so Tigers are down 13-6. With 5 penalties for 54 yards. And that is about as much offense as Salem has produced all night long. They have a total of 97, about 99 yards in offense and 54 of it in penalties, so you really only got about 44 yards total. That's just not enough. So Wilson will kick off. Tigers will send Camden Coffin and Garrett Connell deep. So Kale Willison will tee it up. And he squibbed the last one. Let's see what he does this time. And this time a little bit better kick. Comes down the hands of the Salem Tiger player, Campbell, and he brings it up to about the 43-yard line. First and 10 for the Salem Tigers at pretty decent field position, right around the 43 with 3:59 to go in the half. The Tigers need to try and solve this defense by Thayer. A very good defense by Thayer. Tigers going out I formation on the far hash mark. Connell will give it off to Camden. Camden hitting the backfield, breaks that tackle, trying to turn to the outside, breaks that tackle, and then gets hit out of bounds after a gain of about 2. They move the ball up to the 45-yard line. Nine carries for Camden for 83 yards. Second down, we're going to call it 8. Connell flipping it back to Camden, find a little bit of a hole, not too much, but he gains 4 yards up to near the 49-yard line. It'll bring up third and a long 3. 3:40 and counting. Third and a long 3. Ball set just inside the 49-yard line in Salem Tiger territory. Again in the eye, third down for Connell and company. Connell rolls to the right, wants to throw, flips it out, and the ball is intercepted. Ball is intercepted by Thayer. And picking that ball off was Madden. Landon Madden with the interception. And so Thayer has the ball at their own 45-yard line with 3:09 to go. In this half, 13-6 Thayer. Flipping it back out to Madden. Madden trying to turn that corner. Coming up to greet him, a couple of Tigers. He still is able to get back to the line of scrimmage. And now a flag comes in late. This is ridiculous. And now they stop the clock. Now another personal foul against Thayer. A late hit. I know they're doing a lot of this for the protection of the kids, and I can understand that. But some of it, as you're running somebody down and they go down, you're still going to push off a little bit. It's not like you're knocking the guy flying. But, boy, they've been calling it so tight. You don't get a lot of flow in the game. I'll let the kids play the game. So moves the ball back to the 32-yard line, a loss of 15 after a gain of 1. So the split backfield, they hand that ball off and trying to find a little bit of running room and going every which way but loose is Madden, but he can't get away, and the Tigers bring him down for a 3-yard loss. Gover in there. They're going to give him just about a 1-yard loss. So clock is running down to 2:15 left to go in the half. 13-6. The Thayer Bobcats, they have scored with 49 seconds to go in the first quarter. Salem countered on a 68 run by Caden Camden 16 seconds later. And Thayer just scored moments ago. Putting that ball back, trying to get outside. Now going back against the grain is number 2. And, of course, Mr. Willison has had a good night, but Brandon White brought him down after a gain of maybe 4. And with 1:45 to go, Tigers burn a timeout. With the scores, Thayer 13, Salem 6. We'll take a 30-second break and come back. This is Tiger Football on KSMO Media. .45 remains in the half. Do want to tell you that when you need one-on-one financial advice, get in touch with Joe Brand. He can help you at Edward Jones at 907 South Pershing, 729-3831, Joe Brand of Edward Jones. And when it comes to heating and cooling your home, let Victor Heating and Cooling LLC take care of you. Your Lennox and water furnace dealer at 301 East 4th Street in downtown Salem, 729-4332. So a long third down by Thayer. Still third and about 22. Tigers trying to save some time. Call that timeout. They still have 1 remaining. Tiger defense needs a big play here to keep Thayer back. Pitts is in the gun. Little movement there. Pitts wants to throw it deep. Down the field as a man. He's got it for the first down. First down all the way down to the Salem Tiger 20. Where are they going to mark him? At the 33-yard line. Another first down for Thayer as that pass was out to Lane Grimes for a 32-yard gain. Back to throw again, and just throwing it away is Pitts as he had pressure with 1:19 to go. They marked that pass down at about the 33, 34. I had it at 34 yards, but I think it's closer to 39, so we'll review that here in a little bit. I didn't know where they spotted him down. Second down and 10. Pitts again wants to throw quickly, fires it out, and it is caught for short of a first down. Coffin brings down the receiver with the ball, and that is number 9, and that is Jesse White. Gain of 8. 1:06 to go, clock running. Hand off to Willison, and Willison has a first down and more, still inside the 20-yard line, and he just keeps on going for a gain of almost 10, and another first down for Thayer. So Willison with a gain of about 10. And another first down. Back to throw again, Pitts. Looking, has all kinds of time, fires it across the middle and dropped. That ball was right on the money, but it was dropped. Coming across the middle, I believe. By, well, I don't know. That might have been, didn't get the number on that one, but it's an incomplete pass. .43 seconds to go. 2nd and 10. Flipping it back to Madden. Madden trying to get around the outside, breaks the tackle, still on his feet, gets hit and taken down. Then another late hit by Salem. They're going to ignore that one. He was down. The hit came in right after he went down, but no call. And a loss of 1 by Madden, and Thayer will burn a timeout with 29 seconds to go. 13-6, the Bobcats on top. We'll come back in 30 seconds. This is Tiger Football on KSMO Media. Seven, 29 seconds to go. Thayer with a 3rd and 11 from in deep in the Tiger zone. Ball sitting right now at about the 19-yard line. Each team with 1 timeout left. 3rd down. Willison and the pistol. As back to throw, Pitts looks, fires it deep, and it is caught for a touchdown. Coming off of his block, number 24, and that is Grimes for the touchdown from 19 yards away. And Pitts put it right there, only he could get it. That's a heck of a pass and a heck of a catch. As Grimes pushed off of his receiver, I should say his defender, and was able to grab that pass for the touchdown, and that makes it 19-6. Willison comes in for the point after. And a bad snap, and they'll try and run it in now. Instead, they'll throw it. They're not going to throw it. Pitts tries to get in, and does he get in? No, he falls short, just short. He rolled into the end zone, but they say no. His knee was down short of the goal line. A 2-point conversion fails after the point after the bad snap. So Pitts, 19-yard pass. To Lane Grimes. And it's a 19-7 game. Well, the Tigers turn that ball over twice, and Thayer has scored on both. 1 fumble, and now 1 interception. This is a team that lives off of adversity. So if you give them a chance, they'll burn you with it, and they did twice to the Salem Tigers tonight. Decker Pro Exteriors, LLC. You need to check out what they can do. They can power wash your house or business. They can wash off your roof. Fleet and farm equipment, they can clean it up too. Concrete work, deck cleaning, they can do it all. Even clean your playgrounds. Decker Pro Exteriors, LLC. Call Jake at 247-3395. So the Tigers will receive the ball with 22.7 seconds left. That's still time to score. We saw it earlier, didn't 16. twice the Tiger defense got caught thinking they were defending, and they kind of let go a little bit, just lightened up a little bit, and then the next thing you know, they with some good receivers ran right by him. Now a little squib kick comes down, and Salem will take it down to 45-yard line. And they got a chance to throw it deep here. And they want to. Covering that ball for the Salem Tigers. Travis Fulton on the kickoff. He just got it and went straight to his knees. I did see the clock get started, though, as soon as the ball is kicked, and it's not supposed to start till the team touches the ball. It's just a little minor little thing. Cost Salem about a second. In the formation, Kyle just takes a knee, and the Tigers will go to halftime and talk about it, down by 13. So we have now played one full half here at Thayer. It's the Salem Tigers trailing the Thayer Bobcats 19-6. We're going to go ahead and take a 2.5-minute break and come back with stats in the first half. You are listening to Tiger Football. You're hearing it on KSMO Radio, and you're watching it on KSMO Media on Twitch TV. The second half, as the Salem Tigers do trail Thayer 19-6. We do want to pass on to you that the JV football game that's scheduled for Monday against Thayer has been postponed. Again, the JV football game scheduled against Ava for Monday has been postponed. We were notified of that by the coaches right before the game. So do want to pass that on to you. You may need to pass that on to the correct parents who might have a player or somebody. But right now, Tigers coming out halftime. Well, we know what they did last week at halftime. They come out, had a whole different attitude, looked like a whole different team out there. Let's hope that they can do somewhat of similar nature against the Thayer Bobcats. This is a very good football team, very good defensive football team, I might add, as well. Salem Farm Equipment at 1807 South Main Street is your local Vermeer dealer. Your hay equipment works hard for you. Make sure it's ready. And any other of your farm equipment, call your local Vermeer dealer, Salem Farm Equipment, 729-3458, a proud supporter of your Salem Tigers. And don't forget your friends at the Common Grounds Bistro, 300B South Main Street in Salem. They got great, great food. You need to check it out. And even for takeout orders, just call 729-2912, a proud supporter of your Tigers, the Common Grounds Bistro. And don't forget about VIP Properties. 2 locations, Salem and Houston, to serve you. If you're moving to Missouri, from Missouri, around Missouri, contact Pat Tackett. She's your broker at VIP Properties. All you got to do is call 729-7622, 729-7622. And now the time clock goes off. Interesting. Conway Construction LLC can do you a lot of good. Whether you need a brand new home, need a room addition, you need to have some repair work done to your home. That can be in the form of siding, tile wood floors, decks, even more. Custom skid steer work can be done, dump trucking, so much more. Call Randy, 247-6468, 247-6468. We're about ready to get things back to Thayer and get this game started. So Salem deferred in the first half. They'll be getting the kickoff to start the second half. Let's hope that Coach Howard and the entire coaching staff can find some magic solution, or magic dust, as Cheech and Tong used to call it, the magic dust. Yeah, find something. Hopefully we can thwart the Thayer Bobcats. I'm showing my age, I know. But the magic dust, man. Anyway, so the Tigers, well, as I said, this is a very good football team. They're going to have their hands full, and we'll see how well they can do. Well, let's see what happens here. Salem receives this second half kickoff. It'd be nice to get a nice return here. Well, sounds like something weird's happening over on that side. So we're about ready to get underway. I still want to know Officials are just standing there, and Thayer's just in a huddle. Everybody's waiting for the second half. All right, Willison's ready to go now. Okay. Connell's deep. Kaufman's deep. I should say the double cadence. Kaufman and Camden. Kick by Wilson. Comes down towards Connell. He gets it at the 15-yard line. Connell gets hit hard and taken down around the 26. He has stood right up. Boy, that was a good hit. Tell you what, that was a very impressive hit. And that was Caden Combe who hit him. Just a freshman at 140 pounds, but he stood up, Connell. And then waited for help. And the troops arrived. So Tigers split out 2 receivers to the left side. They stay in the I formation. Camden up the middle will get a yard. Maybe 2. One official has them near the 29. The other has them at the 28. So we'll go with the 29 and give them 2 yards. Tigers got to extend this field somehow, some way. And give some room back there. Again, 2 receivers to the left side. Connell flipping it out to Camden, trying to get a block. Does get a block. Atchison threw a nice block. He picks up 4, almost 5 yards. Out to the 34-yard line. It rang up third and about 3. So nice block by Atchison. Gave Camden a little bit of running room, and he was able to gain 5 yards. Thayer fans call for defense. Tiger fans call for offense. And that eye. Connell rolls to his right, wants to throw the ball, fires that ball out, and it's intercepted again. Intercepted. He threw it right in to the arms of number 10, Landry Pitts, the quarterback. Pitts was just kind of baiting him. And the interception at the 41-yard line, second interception by Connell in the game. And it looked like Connell might have been able to run that ball at that time, but he didn't. He threw the ball, was intercepted. And Pitts with the interception. Now right away, it's Madden with the carry. And Madden gets about 10 yards, maybe 11, and a first down to the 29. Actually give him 12. So 12-yard carry for Thompson right off the bat. They are trying to add to their lead, take advantage of yet another Tiger turnover. And they are 2 for 2. Going up the middle to the 19-yard line. There's Madden again. So Madden with another big gain. First and 10 Bobcats. 2 first downs on their first 2 carries. Split backfield. Hanging that ball off quickly to Willison, and Willison dives forward for about 4. Got 86 yards on 19 carries this Willison. With still 9:27 to go in the third quarter. 19-6 Thayer. Hand off to Wilson, and he is gone. Touchdown, Thayer, Missouri. Wilson. He goes in from, I believe, 16 yards out. And Willison with the touchdown. His brother Cale in for the point after. Or maybe not. They're going to go for 2. Pitts goes, wants to throw the ball, flips it out, and it is good for a 2-point conversion. He flipped it out to the sideline, barely we could still see it, to number 9, Jesse White. And the 2-point conversion is good. And Thayer Bobcats now lead it 27-6. So White with the 2-point conversion after the turnover. $16-yard run by Willison. And then the 2-point conversion, Pitts to White. Make that 27, excuse me. 27-6. Well, you can't deny anything. Thayer came out with some fire after the interception and took down the field relatively quick. 3 first downs is all they needed. And they were able to put it in the end zone. Salem Memorial District Hospital is your critical access hospital and emergency department and associated with the Family Medical Clinic as well. Don't forget, they are still having their health fair profiles still going on the entire month of September. Call 729-6626. Talk to Karen Brown. Set up your appointment to get it done between 7 and 11, Monday through Friday. Well, the Tigers are in a big hole. See if they can come back. The kid comes back to Connell from the 13. Connell right up the middle and goes down to the 27-yard line. 1st and 10. Tigers' only touchdown so far has been the Camden 68-yard run. KH Auto Supplies, your parts to the auto parts store, 7 South Main Street. They do offer curbside service. All you got to do is call them ahead of time, 729-6667. Family owned since 1981, KH Auto Supply, a proud supporter of your Tigers. All right, Kaufman comes wide to the left side. Tigers trying to find a range here. Atchison up the middle will get up to the 30. A gain of a yard, yard and a half. Not much room out there. Tigers have tried many times to go through that middle, but the Thayer Bobcats have really clogged it up. As I mentioned, 8 of the 11 players are all within 3 yards of the line of scrimmage. And maybe even more by the time the ball is snapped. Delayed handoff to Camden, and Camden will get 2. Again, just not much room up the middle, even at delay. And now 3rd down again. And long, 3rd and 6 for the Salem Tigers. 8 minutes to go. 3rd quarter, they trail at 27-6. Salem Tigers really miss Dawson Mock in these type of situations. Back to throw is Connell. He throws it out incomplete and intended for Kaufman. Ball's a little bit in front of Caden, just couldn't get there. And if he'd been able to pull that down, it would have been a great catch and a first down, but bring up 4th down and still 6. Connell 1 of 7 tonight with 2 interceptions. So he'll drop back to punt. Thayer again should have very good field position. Not as much rush. Gets off a pretty good punt. Comes down and is taken down by Craig. I should say by Madden. He gives it to Craig out of the 50. A little bit of reverse. Comes back to the 40. Spins inside. Still on his feet. Breaks the tackle by White. and goes out of bounds at the 31-yard line. No flags anywhere. A reverse by Thayer. You've seen that before. And see, 10, 15, 20, almost a 30-yard return down to the Tiger 32-yard line. Actually, let's see where they actually threw the little down at the 38, yeah. 30-yard return. 1st and 10 for Thayer. .7:35 to go in the third quarter. The Tigers just can't get their offense going. And you got to credit a lot of that to Thayer. They are really stopping the Tigers inside. Can't get anything going on that running game. Pitts gets it. He wants to throw right away. He fires it out. Standing all by himself is Madden. Madden breaks a tackle, and he gets down to the 25-yard line. He'll mark his knee down to 26 as he went down a little early. No flags, and a gain of 7. So Pitts back to the air. And completes it to Madden, who just kind of drifted out of that backfield. Nobody picked him up. He's in the wing right again, Madden is. Pitts again wants to throw. Looking downfield, fires it deep downfield, and the ball is caught. It's caught right around the 3-yard line as he inbounds. Yes. Caught at the 4, and it's a 1st and goal. Grimes with a catch. It's almost out of our viewing area totally. But what a catch by Grimes. And a 26-yard pass to Grimes. He now has 77 yards in receiving. As 1st and goal from the 4. That's a heck of a catch and staying in bounds. They flip it back to Madden. Madden trying to go all the way outside, trying to spin out that way and move his way back in. He'll get a little closer, but not much. A couple yards more and bring up 2nd and goal from outside the 1. So Madden with 51 yards in this game now, trying to get his 2nd touchdown. 5:58 and counting, 27-6. Thayer on top. Pitts gives it to Willison. Willison spins, turns, he's in for the touchdown. Got hit right at the line of scrimmage, bounced off, and a 2-yard touchdown run by Willison, his 3rd touchdown of the night. So Willison with a 2-yard gain and the touchdown. And it looks like they'll go for 2 here. As Kale Willison back in the game. Snap is back and kick is up. And that kick is good. So Willison, Jackson Willison, a 2-yard run. And Kale Willison, the point after. 34-6. They're on top. And again, they really do look very good right now. They came out with scored right away on the Williamson 16-yard run, and then after the punt, they went through the ball instead of running the ball. They threw 2 passes, ended up at the 4-yard line. 14 first downs in this game for Thayer. And They have really come out here in the second half. Seems like they are on fire. Town & Country Bank is a locally owned community bank dedicated to providing personal and business financial solutions. They believe that offering smart, friendly solutions will build lasting relationships, and that's what banking is all about. See them in either location, 1009 East Scenic Rivers Boulevard or 400 West Scenic Rivers Boulevard, Town & Country Bank. Well, I don't have answers for the offense. And, boy, you can just watch the Thayer offense. They're clicking on all cylinders right now. The Tigers have got to find some kind of weakness in the Thayer defense. And they've dropped the flag as offsides on the kickoff. Never even got the ball out over midfield before the whistles were going. Hey, if you're looking for insurance, Willie Strader, Dent County Farm Bureau Insurance has you covered. Farm, ranch, home, business. They've got you covered. Call Willie at 729-4941, 729-4941, or see him at 1414 West Scenic Rivers Boulevard. So 5-yard penalty on Thayer. They haven't had many. And they kick it off again. And the ball comes back to Camden. Camden up the middle, gets across the 40-yard line. And now flags come in late, I believe, for a late block. Flag came in from the back judge. Tigers going downfield trying to block, and it looked like a little block late. Yeah. Knew it would be against Salem. Saw that those guys were out in front of Camden trying to block downfield. He was taken down, but they're going to take it back. Take it back 10 yards. You know, it's good to be aggressive, but you have to know that they're calling this tight. And you got to pull up. And I know it's against all your instincts. You know, you're going downfield to block somebody, and you don't know somebody just tackled the guy behind you, and you're already getting your block. Officials are going to call timeout and let everybody get rehydrated. How nice. 34 for Thayer, 6 for Salem. We'll come back in 30 seconds. This is Tiger Football. You're watching it and listening to it on KSMO Media. Well, the Tigers need a huge comeback. And this Thayer Bobcat team, which just had 2 shutouts back-to-back. Of course, Caden Camden ruined that for them in the first quarter. But they have played exceptionally well. They had 3 turnovers by the Salem Tigers. It's very difficult to win with 3 turnovers against this team. And they have taken advantage of every single one and scored on all of them. So the Tigers have got to find some offense. Somewhere, somehow, Garrett Connell and company will have to do it. Connell's in the shotgun. And a low snap, and then Caden Camden picks it up and gets hit right away. And then a late hit, but no flag goes down. A loss of 3. Snap was low. So the ball hit the hands of Connell. Camden picked it up and lost 3. So bring up second down 13. Campbell and Kaufman come wide to the left side. Tigers have a receiver wide to the right side. That's Newman. Back to throw. Fires it out right to Kaufman. Kaufman has it at the 35-yard line and dropped it. Ball came out. So Tigers have struggled trying to get some kind of momentum going here. They'll bring up third down and pretty close to 13. Connell waits for the snap. Gets it, wants to throw. Getting pressure, fires the ball out, and it's overthrown, intended for Newman. And Newman is then tackled, but no penalty. Amazing. That'll bring up 4th down. Well, Tigers might actually go for it, but they have really nothing to lose at this stage. Down by 28. 34-6. Looks like Connell's going to go back to punt. Cray and Madden go back with him for the Thayer Bobcats. And the kick, a good one, comes back to about a 38. And they hand it off to Cray. Cray trying to turn the corner, is tripped up nicely back to 31-yard line. Good job done by the Tigers. Not a very cohesive handoff, and Newman got down there and tripped him up. And that actually goes back an extra 8 yards. So the Tigers put Thayer back a little deeper on this possession. But yet another punt by the Salem Tigers. Country Mart at 1204 East Scenic Rose Boulevard in Salem is open Monday through Sunday, 6 to 9. They offer full bakery, pharmacy, Western Union. Then check them out online at tcmarkets.com and check out their Facebook page. Country Mart, 729-3455, a proud supporter of your Salem Tigers. 4:40 left to go third quarter, 34-6 Thayer. 7-6 after one quarter, 19-6 after the half. Flip back to Madden. Madden trying to get outside, does get a good block, breaks over one man, and then fires down to the 44-yard line. A gain of 13 yards and a first down. Madden dropped his shoulder and just knocked over a would-be tackler, and then just kept right on going. He's a big boy. No doubt about that. And now he's got 64 yards in the night. Another Thayer first down. And they just keep racking them up. They got 15 in this game. Ball at the 45-yard line. Grimes comes wide to the right side. He's had a good game for Thayer as well. On 1st and 10, Pitts hands that ball up the middle, and trying to work his way through is Willison. He'll get up to near the 50-yard marker. They're going to mark him at the 49, a gain of 4. They'll still bring up a second down and 6. Willison has done a lot of the rushing here. He's now got 22 carries for 108 yards. And 3 touchdowns in this game. Handoff up the middle. Willison, big hole, goes up to the 30. It's a foot race, and he is taken down by Kaufman at the 15-yard line. What a good recovery. They'll mark him down to 16. 34-yard gain and a first down for Willison. And Caden Kaufman came back and caught him. That's a heck of a play. But yet another first down. 16 in the game for Thayer now. And they're inside the Tiger 20. Ball at the 16, 1st and 10. Maybe he spotted him close to the 17, but we're going to go ahead and give it to him. That's a heck of a run. Wilson gets it again. Willison darts one way, comes back against the grain, and he'll worm his way for about 3, maybe 4. Started to go to the inside, cut back outside. There again, 2nd and 6. Madden trying to bowl his way over about 3 or 4 Tigers. He's down to about the 8. We'll bring up 3rd and 2. 4-yard gain for Madden. .220 to go. 3rd and 2. Handing the ball off and getting hit, but getting very close to a first down is Willison. Looks like Earl Jarvis came up and got him, but now got a gain of 1, so it's 4th and 1. So Willison with a 1-yard gain. Ball at the 6-yard line. And Pitts rolls out, wants to throw on 4th down and does, and it's complete. I'm not sure it's enough for a first down. Madden went down and got it. I think he's short of the first down. It's very close. Are they going to measure? Nope, they're going to say Salem ball. So Madden went down, caught the ball for virtually no gain, trying to ensure the first down, but to no avail. So Pitts completes the pass for no yardage. The Bank of Salem is a locally owned community bank since 1883, a full bank serving Salem and Dent County, offering a wide range of services with 2 locations in Salem. The Bank of Salem, their name does say it all, member FDIC. Tigers Carl trying to turn and get away, and he'll get a yard. Just not much room out there at all. Yeah, they give a lot of credit. Thayer is really just absolutely filled all the holes tonight. Salem was trying to find something out there, and there's just not much. That's why this team is well coached, and, you know, the same coach has been here for a long, long, long time, and that sure does help keep consistency in your program. And Coach Weber has a very good, solid program. Connell rolls to his right, wants to throw, fires it deep down the field. It's going to be intercepted again. And trying to make his way back, it's Cray. Cray to the 10, Cray to the 5, Cray out of bounds at about the 2. The interception by Cray. And he brings it back to the 2. That's the that is the 3rd interception. And that was nowhere near any Tiger player that I could see out there. Maybe somebody ran the wrong route, but Cray brought it all the way back to the 1-yard line with 41 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. They are knocking at the door. Pitts will give it to Willison, and he scores his 4th touchdown of the night from a yard out. Willison from a yard out, and it's 40-6. And again, scoring in that last minute. And they'll go for the point after as Kale Willison will come in. The snap's a good one. Kale Willison's kick is up. And it is good. Inside the left upright. 41-6 our score. And 3 turnovers on interceptions have all ended up in the end zone. As Jackson Willison with 4 touchdowns tonight. And it's now 40, count them, 41-6. Well, 4 turnovers. When you score all 4 turnovers, that's 28 points. That's really hard to come back from. But give a lot of credit to the Thayer team, man. They have been all over the Salem Tigers tonight. And Willison with another yard. He's got 148 now in the game, with 37.6 seconds left. This is the 3rd quarter. Well, as of right now, if it stays this way, we'll have a running clock in the 4th quarter. the Tigers may start sending some different players out there. Kaufman goes deep instead of Connell this time. Down the middle. And Connell moves over to the left side. And the kick comes towards Kaufman. And another offside by Thayer. That's twice that they have come over the line ahead of time. Twice in one game. You don't see that very often. Hey, Dent County Rental at 3601 Highway 72 in Salem can rent tractors, metalworking tools, lights, saws, sanders, so much more. Check them out, dentcountyrental.com. Open Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 4, and Saturday, 7:30 to 11. That is Dent County Rental, a proud supporter of your Salem Tigers. Another kick comes down short at the 35-yard line. Trying to find some running room is Campbell. He gets it up to the 42-yard line. I should say Bradley Gover, with the ball. Usually I see Kaufman usually lined up in that spot, but not this time. So Gover with the return, bringing the ball back to the 43 with 28 seconds to go, third quarter. 41-6, Thayer on top. Don't forget on the radio side, the second game of the Cardinal doubleheader will come your way immediately following this game on a delayed basis on KSMO radio. All right, let's see what the Tigers can do here. Atchison the up man, Camden the deep man. Clock is running down to 3 seconds. Will they get it off in time? They do to Camden. Camden trying to break through that hole on the left side. Gets about 3, and that'll do it for the third quarter. With a score, the Thayer Bobcats 41, Salem Tigers 6. Let's take a 30-second break and come back. This is Tiger Football on KSMO Radio and KSMO Media. Haven Motors at 205 West Scenic Ridge Boulevard in Salem has been providing services in our area for over 4 generations. Their mission is to offer clean, reliable used cars and trucks at very affordable prices for their customers. Call them today, 729-8100. Try trading with Haven Motors. Well, next week, Salem Tigers come home to face the Ava Bears. And we'll be there to bring it to you on KSMO and KSMO Media. We hope you'll be able to enjoy the game. Tonight, pretty much the green wave. They want to call it Shamrock Green or whatever. I'm telling you what, whatever it was kind of, well, I don't even know the word. What do they call it when you just absolutely get trapped in, you know? I can't even think of the word right now, but they have absolutely just been able to just thwart any type of Salem Tiger offensive threat except for the one run by Camden. They've done an outstanding job, really have. And I'm sure we've seen some different players. They've got a player that went off with a chin strap problem or he's bleeding under the chin strap. All right, Tigers line up in that I formation. Second down, we're going to call it 8. Ball at their own 46-yard line. Connell will give it off, and Tigers Camden will get up to the 50. Be a gain of about 5, and it'll bring up third and about 3. The clock will run in this quarter. Barring a touchdown or timeout. But anything else, the clock just keeps going. 3rd and 2. Let's see if the Tigers can get a first down. They have not had one in the second half. Stay in that eye, and Connell drops the ball, and then that messed up the timing of the play, and Camden just gets run over. There's about 3 or 4 or 5. Thayer Bobcats in on that one for a loss of 1. They'll bring up 4th down and 3. Well, the Tigers got nothing to lose. May as well go for it. Ball at the 48-yard line. They need to get to the Thayer Bobcat 48. So it's at least a long 3. Tigers will go for it. Back to throw Connell. Fires that ball out and it's short. Either Kaufman went too far or the throw was too short. And that will give the ball to Thayer Bobcats. I don't see any flags down. And so the Thayer Bobcats will have the ball at the Salem Tiger 49, basically, yard line. That was a good call. It's just the throw was a little short, but don't know if Camden was supposed to do a little curl up there. Kaufman was supposed to do a curl up there or not, but he went down and did a little down and out, but by the time he turned around, the ball's already hitting the ground. So 1st and 10 for the Bobcats. Pitts giving that ball off. And there goes Willison again. Willison to the end zone. Touchdown. And touchdown number 5 from 49 yards out. Willison found a little gap, stutter step, and took off. 49-yard run for the young man. His 5th touchdown of the game. And that increases the score to 47-6. K.O. Wilson will come in for the point after. Poor Wilson had a great jump on that, saw that little hole, stutter step, waited for it to open, and then exploded. Low snap, and the kick is up. And the kick is good. I didn't see anybody do anything. Tigers didn't come in. Thayer didn't have to block anybody. So the kick is good. I kind of thought that they had stopped the play. So Willison, K.O. Willison adds the point after. And now we're at 48-6. Well, what a run by Willison. 49 yards, and that puts him right now at 197 yards on the night. And 5, count them on your fingers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 touchdowns. Well, you can't deny a team when they're playing well. Thayer Bobcats coming in with 2-1 record and 2 straight shutouts. The Tigers did not get shut out, but they have not been able to stop this Thayer offense here tonight at Thayer. This is a very tough, different place to play. For whatever reason, you get officials from the southeastern part of the state. I don't know. Maybe that has something to do with it. I don't think so, but it's just a hard place to play. Thayer fans are very loyal. And they had hot dogs at the concession stand.
Yes, they did.
Amazing. They actually had everything at the concession stand. Most of them are doing limited menus. Not here. They had everything. All right. Well, the Tigers have the kick come to Kaufman at the 22. Caden Kaufman lost the football, and it will belong to the Thayer Bobcats, I believe. They're the only ones around. And they get the fumble. That is another turnover by the Tigers, their 5th of the night, and that is at the 38-yard line. Kaufman with the fumble on the kickoff return. Well, turn that ball over 5 times, you're asking for a lot of trouble. Fumble by Atchison early in the game. Now a fumble by Kaufman here with a running clock. We might start seeing some different people out there, but not as of yet. Still a first team for Thayer. And again, remember these teams had no jamborees and stuff, so there's maybe not a lot of extra players out there. Willison trying to get away from White, and Brandon throws him back for a loss of 2. That was a good tackle. He grabbed onto that shirt low. I'm surprised they didn't throw a flag. But a loss of 2 by Willison. Second down, and we'll call it 13. They got the ball at the 41. They got the yardstick at the 42. 5.5 to go, fourth quarter. 48-6 Thayer with the lead. In the I formation, well, I should say in a power I formation. You're going to give it to Willison again. Again, he stutter steps and then goes forward for about 5. He's going to be right at that 200-yard mark. He definitely has been the workhorse. That's 29 carries for 200 yards. Again, we do remind everybody that the JV game with Thayer scheduled for Monday has been postponed. The JV game with Thayer for Monday has been postponed. Willison again up the middle, big hole, and he's going to get close to a first down. He may have it down around the 27, and yes, he does. That's a gain of 7. And he's at 207 yards on the night. And the Bobcats have yet another first down. Number 17 on the night. And now they'll change up teams. They'll bring in that JV, and I don't really have any room on my score sheet for them. But we'll see what happens here. Oh, ouch. Handoff up the middle, and running the ball is number 1, Mark Spencer. No gain on that play by Spencer. He's trying to get to the outside, trying to turn that corner, and Tigers will chase him down and bring him down after a gain of about 2. 3 minutes remain in this fourth quarter. Did they have a flag down? A dead ball foul, personal foul against Thayer. So a dead ball foul after the play. So a gain of 2 for Spencer, but then a penalty will move the ball back 15 yards. So for Thayer, that is their 5th penalty, and that will be for 55 yards. Too many turnovers tonight for the Salem Tigers. And the clock continues to tick down. Don't forget, Salem will be home to face Ava next week. And the Bears. Our next telecast and broadcast will be the volleyball girls on Tuesday night. Kyle will hand that ball off again to Spencer. Spencer trying to get outside. Turns the corner and gets out of bounds at about the 34. That'll be a gain of 6. I see some different uniforms out there for the Salem Tigers as well. Third down, still about 15 to go. Caden Comm is their quarterback. Where's number 8? Comm made a heck of a tackle on Connell early in this game. Comm gets it, trying to hand that ball off, and still on his feet and trying to gain some yardage. Number 20 for the Thayer Bobcats, and that's Peyton Mills. And Mills with a carry of about 2. And we'll bring up fourth down. Down to 1:10 to go and counting. Split backfield for Thayer. Handing a ball off to Spencer. There's not much room there, and he'll gain a couple, and the ball will go back to the Salem Tigers with under a minute to go. Salem will bring some of their players on, but they're not going to have hardly any time. Down to 30 seconds left. Tigers may be able to get one snap off unless they call timeout. 48-6, Thayer on top. They don't seem to be in any big hurry. Down to 15 seconds left. Play clock has 25 on it, and they're not even going to get a playoff. They get in the huddle. They approach the ball, and they better hurry. And they're down to 1 second left. And time runs out. So they never even got a chance to snap the ball here at the very end of the game, as Caden DuBois was out there, and DuBois just stood up there and watched the clock go down. 48-6, a final score. We're going to come back in 4.5 minutes and wrap it up. This is Tiger Football. You're listening to it on KSMO Radio. You're watching it on the KSMO Media Twitch TV. We can say it was not the Salem Tigers' night tonight, as the Thayer Bobcats took 5 balls away from Salem, 3 interceptions and 2 fumbles, and they scored on every single turnover. That's 35 points en route to a 48-6 win over the Salem Tigers. And one of the things about the game is the Thayer Bobcats, obviously they have a smothering defense, which is pretty amazing, the things that they do out there with defense. They just clog every hole, and they swarm. And you're going to have to, the only way you're going to ever defeat this team is by somehow being able to reverse fields and do something different. That's kind of what we're seeing. However, with that being said, that doesn't mean every single play is going to go for a big play. They seem to adapt very well onto the field, and so a tip of the cap. When you get beat like this, it's more than just one guy, but I want to tell you, Jackson Willison, he had a heck of a night for the Thayer Bobcats with 207 yards. He did that on a total of 30 carries tonight, and he had 5 touchdowns. So he had a very, very good night. Let's just go over really quickly the stats in this one. As we mentioned, Willison with 30 carries, 207 yards. Jordan Madden had 13 carries for 68 yards. Then it was the JV that got a couple of runs. The Spencer boy had 4 carries for 10. Also had the Mills boy getting a couple yards in there, and for the JV. So they added to it. Landry Pitts had 2 carries for -6 yards in the contest. It was really basically the Jackson Willison show. He really did put on a show tonight for the crowd here, and did a very, very good job in controlling the game. But Pitts did a good job, too, playing quarterback. He was 9 of 14 for 157 yards and 1 TD and 1 2-point conversion. And he did a little nice little pitch and catch with all of his receivers out there tonight. Lane Grimes with 3 catches, 71 yards. Jesse White had a couple catches, 11 yards. And Madden coming out of the backfield had 3 catches for 15 yards. So he was able to get that ball around to a lot of different people, and so that's pretty impressive by Pitts tonight. And he was right on one of those passes down the sideline going to Grimes. That was a heck of a catch right down there near the 2-yard line. You just got to tip your cap when they can make that and stay in bounds. And we've seen that on the Salem Tiger side, when sometimes we see Mock do that, or even Kaufman do that down around the goal line. Go up, come down with that ball, and stay in bounds. It's pretty impressive. Anyway, good impressive night. 157 yards in passing, 282 yards in rushing, 439 total yards for the Thayer Bobcats, and they ended up with 17 first downs. They had 5 penalties for 55 yards. They did not turn the ball over once. For the Salem Tigers, Caden Camden led the way. He had 17 carries for exactly 100 yards. Garrett Connell had 3 carries for 3 yards, and Devin Atchison 3 carries for 4 yards. Connell was 1 of 11 for 16 yards, and he threw 3 interceptions. Tigers did have 2 fumbles, a Devin Atchison fumble, and also Caden Kaufman fumble on a kickoff return. Tigers were penalized 6 times for 64 yards, and some of those came in some of the most inopportune times. Salem had only 3 first downs in this game. Scoring went like this. It was Willison with the very first touchdown that came with 49 seconds left in the first quarter. It's a 5-yard run after a very nice drive by Thayer after the fumble by Atchison. I made it 7-0 after the K.O. Willison point after. Then the Tigers came right back 16 seconds later on a Caden Camden 68-yard run. The point after missed. 7-6 our score at the end of one quarter. In the second quarter, at the 4:15 mark, Madden went in from 4 yards out, and the point after was missed. That came after an interception, and it made it 13-0. And then the Tigers just couldn't get any offense going, and they punted the ball. Ball came back, and Salem actually got benefit here by a personal foul by Thayer. Moved the ball back, but they threw the ball deep. Ended up with a big pass play down the middle of the field for 37 yards, and that set up a 17-yard pass to Grimes for the touchdown with just 22 seconds left. The 2-point conversion failed. It was 19-6 at halftime. But in that second half, it looked like Thayer came out to play. Tigers came out and got the initial kickoff. They could do nothing. Punted the ball to Thayer, and it was a short punt. Salem just gave them excellent field position, and they took it. Willison a 16-yard run, and the 2-point conversion to White was good, 27-6 at that time. And then right after that, the Tigers turned the ball over on another interception, and then it was Willison going in from 2 yards out at the 5:40 mark, and the point after by Kayla Willison was good, 34-6, and then with 37 seconds left in the third quarter, again the Tigers, who think you got to give yourself credit to the Thayer Bobcats. It was a heck of a pass play that got a lot of these going, but this one was a pickoff of Connell, returned by Cray all the way to the 1. Next play, Wilson went in from 1 yard out, and the point after was good, 41, 41-6 at that time, and then Wilson after the fumble on the initial kickoff to start the fourth quarter, on a one-play drive, 49-yard run, and the point after was good, 48-6, the final score in this one. The Salem Tigers fall to 2-2. They're 1-1 in the SCA, and they'll be home to face the Ava Bears on Friday night at the Salem High School football field. Again, we do want to remind everybody that the JV game with Thayer that was scheduled for Monday has been canceled. Again, the JV game scheduled for Thayer here at Thayer has been canceled for Monday. Do also want to pass on to you that don't forget next week the Salem Lady Volleyball Tigers will take on Kabul. That will be on Tuesday the 22nd, and we will be there to bring that game to you on KSMO Radio.com only. KSMORadio.com only. We have Cardinal Baseball on the radio side, so KSMORadio.com only. That's Twix TV, and you'll be able to watch that volleyball matchup right there on Tuesday night, and then softball will be coming your way on Thursday as they'll take on Dora. And so we'll have that game, and of course next Friday we'll be at home to face the Ava Bears. So got a lot of sports coming your way here on KSMO and KSMORadio.com. Something we can't get on the radio side due to Cardinal Baseball. We do stream them, so we hope you get a chance to enjoy those games on the Twitch TV. Get our final score here, 48-6. The Thayer Bobcats with the win. For Christopher, Jim back at the station, I'm Stan. Thank you for joining us. We hope you have a wonderful weekend, and stay tuned on the radio side for Game 2 of the Cardinals baseball game doubleheader with the Pittsburgh Pirates this afternoon/tonight, and we hope you'll enjoy that right here on KSMO Radio. Good night and have a great night.